Imagine if, long before recorded history, an advanced ancient civilization existed, possessing deep spiritual wisdom and mystical technologies beyond our wildest dreams. Legends say, over 50,000 years ago, the island of Atlantis flourished in harmony with nature and the cosmos, until great floods and natural disasters pushed it underwater. But the story does not end there. Some Atlanteans escaped the sinking lands, sailing to safe shores like Egypt. They brought their secret knowledge to cultures around the world, planting the seeds for ancient mysteries and magical traditions that still shape our understanding today. One of these Atlantean masters was known as Thoth. The ancient Egyptians, or people of Chem, called him Tehuti, while the ancient Greeks called him Hermes Trismegistus. Hieroglyphs show him with an ibis bird head but a human body, an enlightened being who gifted profound spiritual teachings and practices to the ancient Egyptians. He referred to himself as the Atlantean priest king, not a god or Neteru. Among Tehuti's most precious offerings were the emerald tablets, written by Tehuti and hidden underground for safekeeping. To help us bring these truths to light, you should subscribe to us for daily content. Excellent. So these sacred texts contain cosmic truths about consciousness and our eternal soul that humanity is only beginning to rediscover. The mystical wisdom contained in Tehuti's emerald tablets holds relevance for us even today. By connecting with this ancient heritage, we can reawaken our inner potential and ascend to new heights of purpose and meaning in our lives. There are 15 tablets in total, together called the Emerald Tablets. The translation we'll source from is by Dr. Maurice Doreal, with more information about him provided in the description below. So join me as we explore what revelations await us in the Emerald Tablets. What long-lost secrets can help us walk the path of the spirit in today's changing world? Let's find out. The elaborate hieroglyphs of Egypt give us clues. They reveal spiritual concepts from long before major religions like Christianity, Islam, or Buddhism arose. Remember, these faiths are still relatively new compared to how long humanity has existed. Tablet 5 shows using nature's dance between dark and light to master the dimensions of time and space, concepts later echoed in Taoism's yin-yang symbol. As Tehuti tells us, wisdom we gained from the star-born races far beyond man's. By flowing with natural rhythms, instead of resisting them, we can transcend the illusion of separation from the living cosmos. Modern quantum physics now suggests reality is an interconnected quantum field at the smallest scales. Exactly what the Emerald Tablets indicated ages ago, that all is one. The tablets also reveal our soul experiences many lifetimes across time and space to learn and evolve towards its highest nature. The concepts of reincarnation and karma arise much later in Hinduism and Buddhism, but appear fully developed already in Tablet 11, where Tehuti reminds us, the consciousness below thee ever expands in different ways. Take a moment to imagine what this means for your deepest identity and existence. Being aware across multiple lifetimes allows our eternal essence to emerge, while the limited ego and current personality dissolve away. Karma and causality become clearer. We reap in the next life what we sow in this one until the soul learns the lessons it needs for progression. The tablets illuminate how consciousness endlessly moves through eternally recurring cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. Comment below if you believe in the cycles of rebirth before enlightenment. Tablet 6 provides profound techniques to direct energy and manifest desired outcomes through mental and emotional mastery, foreshadowing much later concepts like focused intention and even quantum field manipulation. By developing laser-like concentration of mind and will, we can ride the waves of probability and potentiality rather than feeling stuck in limitation. An alert, expanded state of consciousness lets us tangibly shape the quantum soup of possibilities into the reality we wish to experience. As within, so without. Tablet 4 reveals how to transmute destructive emotions into creative action through the use of mantras, symbols, and inner alchemical processes. These techniques arise later in systems like Hindu Tantra and sacred sound current practices, but the Emerald tablets already fully mapped out this inner engineering eons before. For example, transforming anger into passion, fear into discernment, and desire into inspired vision. Just imagine if you had conscious control over your emotional energy in this way. Instead of being ruled by negative feelings, you could shift any experience into spiritual fuel for growth and creation. How would your life change? In Tablet 5, Tehuti urges us, soulful maturity guides those uncovering secrets. Seek with wisdom. Lift your eyes toward the light. This reminds us to approach the tablet's revelations with care and higher purpose. There are always two paths before us, separation or unity, ego or soul. Which way will you choose to walk? The Emerald tablets contain wisdom that laid the foundations for many later philosophies and faiths around the world. The tablets' deeper symbolic meanings provide detailed instructions for awakening extraordinary human abilities and perceptual states that we are only beginning to understand in modern times. Tablet 10 describes observing all thoughts and mental processes with neutral detachment as a silent witness to your inner world. By simply watching the thought stream flow without clinging or judgment, you can release old conditioning and access higher wisdom. These states of inner awareness lead to practices like mindfulness meditation, but the Emerald tablets mapped out this process thousands of years before. As Tehuti explains in Tablet 11, when you learn that only soul progress counts, you become free from all bondage and falsehood. Then you can work in harmony with the higher law. Imagine if we all began to live from our eternal soul nature rather than from the ego and personality level. If you truly lived beyond the ego, you'd know you should be subscribed. I think that's a great choice. Separation consciousness would fall away, leaving cooperation, compassion, and community in its place. A utopian vision of humanity's next evolutionary step could be close if we choose to redirect and realign ourselves in the correct direction. Are we willing to manifest this future? The tablets also portray how to channel intense emotions like anger, fear, desire, or passion into positive outlets like innovation, inspired leadership, and selfless service by aligning with their higher purpose. Integrating volatile human feelings into right livelihood later shaped the basis for ethics and morality across spiritual philosophies. But the tablets mapped out this internal alchemy long before. Tablet 6's arcane symbols further describe specific rituals for gathering, circulating, and directing what ancient Kemet called Ra, the prana or life force energy, throughout the body through postures, mudras, and breathwork. This knowledge informs many later yogic and martial arts practices. The detailed energetic anatomy of the subtle body arises alongside precise techniques for conscious cultivation. We each hold immense latent power waiting to be awakened within. The tablets also provide a blueprint for ancient Egyptian practices like mummification, aimed at retaining consciousness even beyond death to allow the soul to continue evolution through the afterlife transition. This is revealed in Tablet 12, which declares, "Know that death is an illusion. The soul lives on and on across time and space." In this way, the tablets remove the veil to reveal immortality. Yet amidst such feats, in Tablet 11, Tehuti cautions balance. Know that nothing is perfect, but keep striving ever for perfection. We must walk the middle path of moderation. The tablets grant glimpses into a profound manual for awakening incredible abilities, still rippling through time, adopted by secret esoteric orders to this day. But spiritual maturity is required. While depicting inspiring human capabilities, Tablet 2 also firmly instructs on selflessness, humility, and walking the right action path over selfish pursuits or abuse of power. Having expanded abilities or awareness itself will not automatically uplift or enlighten you. Without an awakened, compassionate heart guiding it, any gift can turn unethical. This is why Tehuti insists we carefully examine and purify our motivations before enhancing our abilities to avoid misusing this sacred knowledge. As he sternly warns in Tablet 11, keep your eye fixed on the perfection of the soul, for only through attaining it can you achieve true mastery. According to legend, the emerald tablets remained buried hidden underground for millennia until humanity was ready to uncover their power without abusing it. Just like the Greek myth of Prometheus stealing fire from the gods to gently uplift human consciousness, such knowledge must be wielded with great wisdom and care. Imagine if those who lead society today worked for the good of all, embodied principles of selfless service and virtuous character over selfish domination or personal profit. What kind of world could we quickly create together? Leave a comment below if you have an answer to this question. Today, we find ourselves at a critical precipice, not unlike the days of Atlantis. Our era faces societal dysfunction and abuse of power, yet simultaneously stands on the cusp of technological breakthroughs. To safely cross this abyss, we must awaken universal consciousness and compassion. The seeds are present, waiting to be watered. But as always, there are two paths before us: fear or love, control or trust. Where attention goes, energy flows. Which course will we collectively take? The choice is ours. At their mystical core, the emerald tablets provide a blueprint for our soul's journey of awakening. When we purify intent, embrace integrity, and seek unity and wisdom, we can overcome any challenge while unlocking our greatest inner potential. By living these truths, we walk the ancient path of ascension Tehuti revealed, firmly anchored in our divine essence. In doing so, we contribute to humanity's spiritual liberation in this age. Let's meet ignorance with compassion, darkness with light, and bring our unique gifts forth without hesitation. The sleeping giant stirs within, and that is us. It's an ancient Kemetic proverb to read these tablets 100 times. I think we should. We are the ones we have been waiting for. Together, we can manifest a new world rooted in higher consciousness, the will of Atlantis risen again. But transformation emerges from within first. Are you ready? The journey begins in the heart.